Intro fade in from black to stunning Antarctic landscape. Picture this, a world of endless white where temperatures plummet to minus 60 degrees Celsius and winds howl at 200 kilometers per h. Welcome to Antarctica, home of the emperor penguin. How do these remarkable birds survive in such extreme conditions? Today, we're diving into the incredible world of emperor penguins and their battle against nature's harshest elements. Transition to footage of emperor penguins. Main content. Let's start by exploring the Antarctic climate, where emperor penguins call home. Antarctica is the coldest, driest, and windiest continent on Earth. During winter, the sun doesn't rise for months, plunging the landscape into darkness. Temperatures can drop to minus 60 degrees Celsius, and katabatic winds can reach speeds of 200 kilometers per h. It's in these brutal conditions that emperor penguins not only survive, but thrive. So how do they do it? Emperor penguins have evolved remarkable physical adaptations to withstand the extreme cold. Their bodies are perfectly designed for this harsh environment. Let's take a closer look at their incredible features. First, there's their unique feather structure. Emperor penguins have 4 layers of scale-like feathers that overlap tightly. This creates a waterproof and windproof outer layer essential for staying dry and warm. Beneath these outer feathers lies a thick layer of blubber, providing excellent insulation. Their body shape is also crucial for survival. Emperor penguins have a streamlined, torpedo-shaped body that minimizes heat loss. Their flippers and feet are smaller compared to their body size, reducing exposed surface area. This helps them conserve heat in the freezing Antarctic waters and on land. But perhaps their most famous adaptation is their huddling behavior. When temperatures drop and winds pick up, emperor penguins gather in tight groups called huddles. These huddles can contain thousands of penguins all packed closely together. By doing this, they can share body heat and reduce their exposure to the wind. Penguins take turns moving from the outside to the center of the huddle, ensuring everyone gets a chance to warm up. Now let's talk about their remarkable breeding cycle and behavior. Emperor penguins have one of the most unique and challenging breeding cycles in the animal kingdom. Their breeding season begins in March, just as the Antarctic winter sets in. Males and females meet on the sea ice to find a mate. Once paired, they perform an elaborate courtship ritual, including vocalizations and synchronized movements. After mating, the female lays a single egg in May or early June. Here's where things get really interesting. The female transfers the egg to the male's feet, where it's kept warm under a flap of skin called the brood pouch. The female then leaves for the sea to feed, while the male stays behind to incubate the egg. For the next 2 months, the male fasts, losing up to 45% of his body weight. He balances the egg on his feet, keeping it off the ice and warm in his brood pouch. Meanwhile, the females travel up to 100 kilometers to reach open water for feeding. They'll spend the next few months eating and building up their fat reserves. When the chicks hatch in July or August, the females return with food. The males, who haven't eaten for months, finally get to leave and feed themselves. The parents then take turns caring for the chick and foraging for food. This continues until December, when the chicks are old enough to be left alone in creches. This incredible parenting strategy allows emperor penguins to raise their young during the harshest time of year. By the time summer arrives, the chicks are ready to fend for themselves. Now let's address a crucial topic: the conservation status of emperor penguins and the impacts of climate change. Emperor penguins are currently listed as near threatened by the IUCN Red List. However, their future is increasingly uncertain due to the effects of global warming. Climate change is causing significant changes in Antarctica's sea ice patterns. Emperor penguins rely on stable sea ice for breeding, and changes in ice formation can be catastrophic. If the ice forms too late or breaks up too early, it can lead to breeding failure or the loss of chicks. Rising temperatures also affect the abundance and distribution of krill, the penguin's primary food source. This could lead to food shortages and further stress on penguin populations. Scientists predict that if current trends continue, up to 80% of emperor penguin colonies could be quasi-extinct by the end of this century. That's a sobering thought, isn't it? So what's being done to protect these incredible birds? Conservation efforts are focusing on several key areas, establishing marine protected areas in Antarctica to safeguard critical habitats, reducing greenhouse gas emissions to slow the pace of climate change, conducting ongoing research to better understand penguin behavior and needs, raising awareness about the plight of emperor penguins and the impacts of climate change. Outrow, as we've seen, emperor penguins are truly remarkable creatures. Their ability to survive and thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth is nothing short of awe-inspiring. but they face an uncertain future in our changing world. What are your thoughts on emperor penguins and their conservation? Share your ideas in the comments below. And if you found this video interesting, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more wildlife content. Remember, every action we take to combat climate change helps protect these amazing birds and their icy home. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning about our incredible planet. Fade to black.